This one's a stinker. What about taxes? How do we drill down on taxes? Because this is a new property. It's not on the tax rolls yet.
So we've usually gone to Smart Asset, and they've been pretty good. I mean, we kind of hedge on being conservative, so we'll maybe jump up the price. And we're basing what we put into Smart Asset on what we think the value is going to be once it's completed or the sales price. Again, this is going to be an assessed value in most of the states that we're in, so we don't know what this number is going to be, and no
assessed
one will
value
tell you.
not being the same as market value.
Yep, not being the same as what you paid for it, and you know they're not going to tell you the secret formula that they have hidden away in some vault. Chase and I have tried to dial in on it, but
we've got a few of them to cough up the formula.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't even know if that's... Well, we'll see, because it's Arizona, right? And it's these weird numbers. But Smart Asset's been great. Also, another thing is go in the surrounding areas and try to find a similar property. It can kind of give you a good idea. You want to stick with something that's a similar age, although that doesn't necessarily always matter. But just the newer you can find and something that's more of a like kind. Again, we err on being conservative, so we always put that a little bit higher.
Yeah, if you have something that's similar or a good comp, then you can see where those taxes, if it's been around for 1-2+ years, you can see where those taxes are at. Just look at the county records. If it's a new area, that's where it gets a little bit tricky, and there's not good comps at all, then you can probably get in touch with the county assessor. I think we've chatted with one in Salt Lake at one point. That was very helpful. Try to chat with some down in Arizona, which was hard. They have a really, really tricky formula. I can't figure that one out. Smart Asset's good. It's a website you go into, like you talked about. You just put in the city, and it'll populate a kind of an average of what that tax rate is.
It's generally reliable.
It's pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
Title companies can help too.
Title companies, yeah. That was
Some title companies don't want to help. I know Arizona, they refuse to give any kind of information. The title company we use in Utah is usually pretty helpful. A lender can help too, kind of tell you, hey, this is what we're going to base property taxes off of, and give you an idea. That depends on the loan, and I found they're being high a lot of times. Well, it's funny you say that, because I was going to do another quick poll. Who is more useless on property tax information, title companies or the county assessor? Title? Well, no, I'm going to back up. I'm going to say county assessor, because I don't think the county assessor wants to give you any information, because they don't want it to be held against them. Where the title company can say, hey, this is past closings. They have a little more data at their fingertips that they're willing to say, this is what closed on another property that we did recently.
Well, because you just said that a private entity is more useless than a government entity, and I don't know when that would ever be the case.
Yeah, so that's why I backed up.
I think either one, just depending on who you're talking to and how much time they want to put into it in helping you.
Well, when I have these conversations with them, you can coax a formula out of them, or the title company can look up rates. But where you are going to get nowhere is what is the assessed value going to be? Because you know the formula to apply against the assessed value, but what is it? And that's where we've really found the Smart Asset resource, or looking at comparables in the area. I've even pulled up CoStar to see, okay, what are they charging taxes per door on that complex over there? Taken it, applied it to the one I'm analyzing, maybe bump it up a little bit so I know. And you're going to look at 3 or 4 of them, right? Come up with an average rate. Then you're not going to get burned, because this is one that's not going away, right? But property taxes are something, it's a blood sport, and you got to decide where you want to appeal.